Lena had always been fascinated by memories. The way they could transport her back in time, evoke emotions long forgotten, and shape her perception of reality. So, when she stumbled upon a small shop with a sign that read, "Memory Keeper," in faded gold letters, she couldn't resist the urge to go inside. The shop was cluttered with all sorts of curiosities, old books, antique jewelry, vintage clothing, but what caught Lena's eye were the small glass jars lining the shelves. Each one was filled with a swirling mist of colors, as if capturing a piece of someone's soul. "Can I help you with something?" a voice called out from behind the counter. Lena turned to see an old woman with twinkling eyes and a kind smile. "I was just looking," Lena replied, but her curiosity got the better of her. "What are these jars?" The old woman picked up one of the jars and held it up to the light. "Memories," she said simply. Lena raised an eyebrow. "Memories?" The old woman nodded. "Each jar contains a memory, a happy moment, a sad one, a bittersweet memory. People bring them to me when they want to keep them safe, to relive them later, or to let them go." Lena couldn't resist. She picked up one of the jars and peered inside. The mist swirled around, changing colors with each passing moment. "What happens if you open it?" she asked. The old woman's smile turned sad. "The memory is lost forever." Lena shuddered at the thought. "Do you have any happy memories?" The old woman nodded and picked up a jar filled with a soft pink mist. This one belonged to a young couple on their wedding day. They wanted to keep the memory forever, but life got in the way. They came back to me years later to retrieve it, but they decided to leave it with me instead. They said they were happy just knowing it was safe. Lena smiled. "I'll take one," she said, pointing to a jar filled with a bright orange mist. "This one reminds me of my childhood." The old woman wrapped the jar in brown paper and tied it with a ribbon. "Remember, you can relive the memory anytime you want, but once you open it, it's gone forever." Lena nodded, feeling a twinge of excitement and fear. She couldn't wait to open the jar and see what memories it held. As Lena left the shop, she couldn't shake the feeling that something had changed. The world seemed a little brighter, the colors a little more vivid, the memories a little closer. And when she finally opened the jar and breathed in the mist, she was transported back in time to a moment of pure joy and innocence. She laughed and cried at the same time, feeling the weight of the years fall away. From that day on, Lena knew that memories weren't just fleeting moments. They were treasures to be cherished, protected, and shared. And she knew that she would always be a memory keeper, in her own way.